Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends episode. Today, in this particular video, I'm just going to go through my dailies. I've not actually played the game for about 2, maybe 3 days. I have been that busy with work and everything else that I've really not had a chance to play it. Not even actually enough time to actually do the dailies. That's how busy I've been. So, things have changed. I have dropped quite far down in the arena, which is kind of unusual. I normally tend to stick in arena tier 3, and as you can see, I'm in gold arena tier 1. So there's a bit of climbing to do for me. I feel at this point in time my teams are slightly messed up because I've been playing around with different things with regards to the clan boss, and I have kind of pillaged other champions for gear and stuff like that. So there's a lot to do. There's a lot of gear that I need to go through and see if I'm going to keep it or not. First things first, obviously I'm going to start with the arena, get the dailies done. This gives me some extra energy. At the moment I'm just kind of save it for a time when I will use it on leveling up champion. I do still have Rhodos the Lost Groom. That guy needs leveling up. I should probably have him up and ready fairly soonish. It all depends on how busy things get, I guess. But you know what? I've got him. He's good. He's powerful. He's crazy. So definitely glad that I got him from the shard pull. So happy with that. Okay, this should be a fairly easy fight once I get Rhodos the Lost Groom. I am definitely going to be replacing Whisper. Although, to be honest, I kind of like Whisper as well. She is potentially crazy powerful, and she's helped me so much in the arena so many times. I mean, if you guys have watched my past videos, you'll see how often I use her in the arena, how powerful she can hit. There are a couple of catches to her being able to hit hard, but hey, you know, I cannot complain. I had a good champion that helped me, so I kind of want to try and maybe use Whisper further along, or continue using Whisper in some other aspect of the game. I'll have to figure that one out. I want a team that is quite easy. I don't want to spend too much time in the arena for this video, at least. If I do that, I'll do it off camera. And I think what I'm going to try and look at in the future when I do these episodes, because I do realize that they're monotonous, they tend to be the same thing, unless I'm doing some sort of event or something like that. I'm probably going to kind of let people know about, you know, how I'm feeling and what I'm thinking about in terms of content for the channel. So with that said, one of the things I want to do is I want to try and bring out a bit of a variety in terms of gameplay. Now obviously this is easier said than done, simply because of how busy I tend to be. Like, for me, a day goes by so quick because I've got that much stuff to do. But Conan Exile, for example, I realize I haven't done a video for that game in a while, and I am going to get back into it. I'm going to try and finish that castle build, get into the build of the arena that I'll build, where I will then want to try and test champions and just do some stuff that is fun. So I'm probably going to, and don't take my word for it, I'm gonna try though to put out a Conan Exiles video towards the end of the week, possibly beginning of next week. So I do want to bring that back to the channel. I'm gonna be looking at other newer games as well. I've been considering doing that. I just need to figure out what I want to do, where I want to go with the game. I do want to add a bigger variety. I'm coming to a point with Ark Survival Evolved on the channel and the guides for taming dinosaurs, where I'm about to run out of dinosaurs unless I redo specific DLC dinos like the Ravager, the Carcanos, and I don't know, Snow Owl and Managarmer and all these things. I'm gonna end up running out of ideas. I mean, I could potentially still do them. Things have changed since those DLCs have come out, and I feel like if I've gone down the route of making these new guides for the dinos. That could be a thing I could add to the list. Now obviously I like to keep stuff fairly organized on the channel, so things will have their own playlist. So for example, all of the Raid Shadow Legends playthrough videos are set in a playlist. That is the way I like to work with this kind of content. Same thing for guides, you know, specific guides. So if it's a dino taming guide, I do that because I just think it's easier for people to find stuff on the channel, especially if they're looking for something specific. So like for example, trying to think. So all of the dino taming guides are in a playlist. All of the Conan Exile's build guides, build vids are in a playlist, as are the guides for Conan Exile that tend to be in separate playlists, just to help people. I mean, it's not going to be easy finding some specific video amongst the I don't even know how many, 600, 700, 800, I think it's close to 800 videos on the channel right now. So yeah, that's a big vast area of videos to go through just to find one specific video. So, you know, that's what I'm doing. And another thing that I wanted to kind of point out, I'm so happy that the video for Ark Genesis, or the cinematic video that I did for Ark, where I try and include all these cinematics to kind of give people an idea of the story of the game through the game's cinematics, has been doing quite well. Bearing in mind that I kind of released it a bit later than I would have liked to, simply because I didn't have access to the admin command code for unlocking the boss battle. So that's what caused it. I mean, certain YouTubers had it far before everyone else and then just kind of kept it to themselves. That kind of pushed back that content. But now, or since I've had it and put it back up, or put that video up, I'm happy to say that it's doing really good, and I'm so happy about that, because that's one of the things I wanted to carry on with each and every new DLC. So that's going to be like a work in progress sort of thing, where, you know, every time there is a main story DLC, I will of course redo that video and then add the content to it. As it currently stands though, Scorched Earth still hasn't got a cinematic, which was promised, but you know what, whatever, it doesn't make a difference. It's still a good DLC. It's actually, it was a fun DLC when I played it, when it first came out, when it was fresh. Currently, there's also the Crystal Isles, which again, I have yet to play. I've not even played Genesis properly because I've been that focused on getting those guides out. So I'll be looking at playing some Genesis as well. If you guys want to see gameplay videos for Genesis, you guys can let me know down below. I will be more than happy to do that, because I'm going to be coming to a point where the how to tame dinosaur guides will pretty much run out, because yeah, I've got maybe 20 more creatures that need a guide. As I've said, I do intend to do all of them, so that's something I'm going to cover. And it's actually surprising because like videos like how to tame a trike have done ridiculously well, like super well. This is one of the videos that I did not expect to do as good as it does. It's just amazing. What was the other one? It's like the how to tame a parasaur guide. I totally didn't expect that one to do as good as it did, and it's one of the videos that has actually surprised me with how well it's done. It's really good. So I think I'm gonna put stuff into Rotos the Lost Groom. We want this guy kind of leveled up, or might want some more levels on him. We've got a book there. I don't want to use it just yet, but he is gonna become my main damage dealer, generally speaking, just because of how crazy he is. So we'll do that. That should give us the daily quest complete. Oh shoot, I forgot to actually use up the champions I put to feed them, and I need to make 3 spaces in my inventory. As you can see, I have managed to get some more gems just through playing the game in between this and my last video, which was a shard opening. So I'm gonna have to start economizing and building my gem stockpile back up again, which will be alright. It'll take some time, but it'll yeah, it'll happen eventually. And now we go into I've got this guy, so I might as well use this up on video. Don't expect anything, but I'll get a new rare back into the slot, and what do you know, it's a Diabolist, which is one of the rares actually used to feed to Rotos. Let's open 2 of these, and then the next thing I need to do is the item enhancement. So 4 attempts on that, and then I think I've got what the campaign part, which is either to do 7 battles and use 50 energy, or to defeat a campaign boss 3 times and use up 50 energy. We'll see what we get this time around. These tend to be quite random, as I found out. Alright, that should tick the box. So I don't know, I'll have to think about, like, I have so much gear, as you can see. There's no point in farming anything else until I actually start clearing out some of my inventory. So we have to do a campaign boss 3 times and 50 energy. Alright, we can do that. This is something that needs working on as well. And I'll grab this real quick. It is fairly late, so it's very unlikely that I'll end up grabbing the energy that you get for being logged in for X amount of time. It'd be nice if I can grab it, although I might not necessarily use it, but it will come in handy at some point later on in the game. On the other thing, though, like bonus, I spent so much time, like a whole day, having to do my finances for the last financial year. My accountant has been at me trying to get me to get that done, so probably once I finish recording this video, I will I will have to email him the budget and finances for the last financial year. Otherwise, he's not going to be too happy with me. So that's something to do. That's another thing that's kept me busy. As you can imagine, I've had to go through 3 bank accounts to figure out what I spent, where I spent it, all that wonderful stuff. And because I spent quite a decent amount for the game, you know, I mean, I can imagine that not everybody's going to have such a disposable income. I mean, I don't even know how long I've been playing the game for. Definitely under a year, and I've spent well over £1,000 on the game. So just to kind of give you an idea of how much money I've put in, I don't regret it. It's normally I tend to regret spending money on games like this where it's just a gamble. But if I'm honest, I can't say I do regret it. But I also am aware that equally at the same time, not everybody will have that amount of money to throw at the game. And I do realize that there are others that spend far more than I did in that time. And so I suppose I've been quite reserved. You know, there is a fine line that I need to draw. This is, at the end of the day, I'm still doing this as a form of business, if you will. You know, I do still need to make a profit to some extent, so I can't just throw everything at it, especially seeing as this is not really necessarily a main game for the channel. Whilst it is a game that is regular on the channel, so also, you know, I do have a specific arrangement that I can't talk about with Polarium, where, you know, I have to do certain things, but it isn't as important and vital to the channel as Conan Exiles and Ark. And recently, if I'm honest, I feel like I've kind of neglected Conan Exile, so I'll need to start doing some stuff with that. Now that's down mostly to the fact that I wanted to get through the how to tame guides, try and get as much of that done as humanly possible. I've tried out to see what people think with some small games like the T-Rex simulator from Jurassic Park and the Mortuary Assistant, which was a very good short but horrifying as heck game. So I might do more stuff like that. We'll see where the channel leads to, but I would like to do stuff like that in the future. So I might look at that. There are some new games meant to be coming out this year, so I might look into those as well. Another thought that's crossed my mind is to actually buy a PlayStation for the channel and do some games off of that. I used to be a big Xbox fan, but the problem is with Xbox, they do have some good games, but PlayStation seems to get the better deals. So that's probably something to take into consideration. And I think the other thing that I was seriously considering, and I was very serious about that, is going it back into ESO and giving that game a go. Feels like things have changed for the better for that game, and there's probably a lot of space for guides. But again, it's going to be a grindy game in that I'll have to actually grind to be able to make the guide, which is a bit of a problem because I don't have the time. That's the issue. So this is like where I have the problem with Raid Shadow Legends. Although I do like it and understand how it looks, how it works. Oh, my English is bad today. I don't have that amount of time to actually be able to grind it as other people would. So that's why I don't do guides as many or as often as I do for other games. There might be a chance that that will happen in the future. It all depends on how things happen. I can't say I wouldn't like to do that. I totally would like to do it, but I just don't have the available time to be doing all that grinding. So this is where we are with this. All right. I think that, yeah. So a couple more minutes to get that potion, but I think I'm going to kind of keep this video short and sweet. And I think for the future, what I'm planning on doing with these walkthroughs is to kind of just talk about myself, the channel, things that are doing good, things that are not doing so good. Try and mix things up. This is kind of gonna be a bit of a series where, yes, I'll be playing the game, I'll be grinding it out, but equally speaking, it's going to be a little space, a little area where people can get to know the channel more. Well, this is going to sound bad, but intimately, and know what the channel's about, things that happen in the background, all the hard work that goes in, things that I may potentially find frustrating, things that I'm happy about, stuff like that. So I'm going to try and mix the playthrough with that sort of information so that you guys can kind of know what's going on, what I'm thinking, and just kind of have topics and discussions like that around the channel. And I suppose, I guess I'm gonna sound like I'm repeating myself, what I'm thinking about it, you know, what my thoughts are, what I would like, or what is going through my mind, more or less. But with that being said and done, I do hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please don't forget to support me on the channel by hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos and content to the channel. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. Until next time, stay safe, folks.